I feel like if I could take one word away, it would just be exposure.
It's been an excellent opportunity.
I'm so excited to go back to all of my colleagues and let them know what I learned.
I've always been interested in just trying to find out more about how what I teach in the classroom applies to the real world.
This gives little micro spots in the concrete for the water to expand.
I took part because it's hard to bring real-life applications into the classroom. And I get, especially my 8th graders, asking all the time, why do I have to learn this? So being able to relate anything to real-world experience helps it stick in their brain and give them a reason for learning.
It does strengthen the pipeline for us. Through this program, the teachers are going to be able to share their experience at these various companies that have participated and give them a better idea of what their options are.
These teachers coming in and being able to see really what they're teaching, what these students are one day going to be doing with the skills that they're trying to teach them is a really nice connection to have. It makes you a little more proud of what you're doing.
Being here and being able to go back to my students, so when we cover civil engineering, I can say, this is a consulting firm, but they even have a biologist on staff.
When you're designing this, you design each layer. Yesterday I got to work with the CAD, which is a program where you can build 3D objects on the computer, and then I got to print it on a 3D printer, which was really cool.
The biggest thing for me, the most exciting, is when I learned how to use a micrometer. And they run their decimals out to the thousandths. And my kids hate the decimals. I can teach them how to move the decimal point. Why do I have to learn this? I'm never going to use this. So Kimberly was nice enough to give each of us a little box set of micrometers and even some little parts where I can go in the classroom and say, look at what you can do in the real world with decimals.
I just got back today from geriatrics, where we talked about how the care for the elderly and the drug treatment for them is quite a bit different than it is for people in the prime of life. There's doctors, there's nurses, there's people who take x-rays, there's pharmacists behind a counter. And this has really opened up my eyes, especially in the pharmacy field.
I have lots of students that want to go into engineering in my calculus classes, and then I can just give them ideas about, well, there's this type of engineering, there's this type, and just be able to show them some other possibilities they didn't know that were out there.
I want to figure out how to recruit girls, teenagers, into computer programming, robot programming, because they're capable of doing the work. So we need to get more women into this field, this technical field.
That's really my goal for this next year, is to integrate more STEM ideas, more STEM activities, and the more we can expose them to it, the better they'll be.
With everything I've learned, I plan on being able to teach my students how they can use this in the real world, and maybe like a degree they weren't thinking about, but kind of guiding them that way.
It has been an invaluable experience.